All right, so we're live with that boy.
I'm gay.
Hey
Hello,
boys
guys
and
and
girls,
gals.
me Effendi here, and alright, let's get serious because I'm sure just like you, I have seen all of this Mutahar drama going on, and initially, I did not give a single fuck. You know, as someone that's been watching Mutahar for a while, after that entire Nux Taku drama situation happened, I realized that, there's something off about this guy, and I gradually just stopped watching his videos. Now, in the last week and a half, Muta has found himself in some drama because this guy named Nick Andros released a video basically exposing the fact that for the last 10 years, Mutahar has been calling himself an engineer when in reality, he's not one.
Mutahar's also insisted throughout his career that he is an engineer.
I'm an engineer.
I'm a fucking engineer.
I'm a goddamn engineer. I'm an engineer.
I'm a fucking engineer. I'm an engineer.
I'm only an engineer. I'm an engineer.
I'm an engineer.
I'm just an engineer.
But there's multiple types of engineers, so what kind of engineer is he?
I'm a fucking computer engineer. I'm a computer engineer. Dude, I'm a fucking computer engineer.
I'm a YouTuber. Why are you asking me?
And I'm just like a computer engineer by default.
This is where things become a little bit difficult, because Mutahar is apparently not just a computer engineer.
I'm a video engineer now. I think I know how this shit fucking works. Speaking out of an engineer, like if I wasn't a computer science engineer, I wouldn't speak about Elon being an idiot.
A computer engineer is very much a real thing, but a video engineer or a broadcast engineer isn't a real professional engineer. While computer science graduates often work in software development, sometimes called software engineering, computer science isn't an engineering discipline. So computer science engineer doesn't really make sense. Cybersecurity engineer is once again using the word engineer as just a job title. Mutahar clearly wants the prestige of being perceived as an engineer, given that he's been calling himself an engineer for the past 10 years. And he uses this title to make himself more authoritative.
But I'm an engineer. I know how this stuff is going, so I'm not even speaking out of pocket right here, okay? If you want to disagree with me, feel free, but you're actually wrong.
It's not clear what kind of an engineer he is. So, what education does he have?
Like, it's a really good explanation of why, like, I picked engineering as, like, the road to go down when I was studying. I'm like...
So, he would have an engineering degree.
I went to university for computer sciences, and that's it.
Okay, so at least a computer science degree.
I thought when I got into university for a while, and I dropped out like a semester in, because I was like, okay, no.
Oh, he dropped out after a semester.
Like, I'm a dropout myself. I've never finished university, but I'm not going to dog on, like, school. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to learn to be valuable. Yeah, if you're going to be an engineer, if you're going to be a doctor, a lawyer, if you're going to be in the STEM field, you need to go to university, okay?
You need to go to university to be an engineer, but Mutahar is a dropout. He has no degree.
So, at first you hear all this conflicting information and you think to yourself, well, maybe it's not a big deal. Maybe it's just a nothing burger with no lettuce, no tomato, no ketchup. I've seen the argument from people that, well, since Mutahar went to college to be an engineer, even though he didn't finish, since he had a few classes, he's technically some kind of engineer. And if that's your argument, well, I've walked dogs before. That doesn't mean I'm the fucking dog whisperer, Caesar Milan. Like, when I really sit back and think about this, looking at Mutahar's history, he has a history of trying to implement his self-worth into multiple different scenarios, and I believe because he wants a fake sense of entitlement, he's been keeping on with this engineer title so that way his audience and people alike would respect his authority on his advice and criticisms he would give on coding and VPNs and shit of that nature. You should have just stuck to the creepypasta reviews, Unc. So after Nick Andros dropped that video, people were starting to put the pieces together on why Mutahar had been exaggerating this engineer title for so long, and it's pretty obvious that he just wanted respect. And honestly, if you gotta lie for that long just for a little bit of respect on the internet, you're probably a very pathetic person. And the clown show doesn't stop there because a YouTuber named Harmful Opinions would actually drop this video exposing that Mutahar manually blacklisted the word engineer from being mentioned in his comments section because clearly his fans and subscribers seen this video. They wanted to talk about the drama, but Mutahar wanted to control them, okay? He didn't want nobody mentioning this at all.
Mutahar found a technical solution. His response was to blacklist the word engineer and perhaps others from his comment sections. This is very easily confirmed by account switching or logging out. Let's leave a perfectly innocuous comment on his most recent video and include the word engineer, logged in as my Nightmare Club channel. Now let me switch back to harmful opinions. Let's sort by new to look at it. It is not there no matter how many times I refresh the comment section.
And I just find this behavior so weird because if you talk to the Mutahar Glazers, they're going to tell you he didn't do anything wrong. So what? He exaggerated that engineer title, but here he is doing everything he can to prevent the drama from being brought up in his comments. I'm just saying, if he didn't do anything wrong, then what is he trying to hide? Why won't he let people talk about it underneath his videos? Personally, I just find this hilarious because Mutahar is going through all this just so he doesn't have to take accountability. It's like he's treating the audience like they have shifter brains, like we cannot clearly see what is going on here. You are hiding something. And when you think about it, it actually makes all the sense in the world that Mutahar wanted to get ahead of this drama and bury it because, as our friend Harmful Opinion showed, Mutahar could face some legal repercussions in his home country of Canada for falsely claiming an engineer title.
The main drama is that he's called himself an engineer for 10 years, right? People want him to come out and apologize for saying that, or assert that he is or was an engineer. If he does that though, that statement itself could be a title violation. Where he lives, licensing bodies have gone after people simply for saying they're an engineer publicly. In 2016, they charged a politician for saying he was an engineer in a debate. Charges were only dropped as a result of him agreeing to make a public apology and a donation.
So maybe Mutahar could escape from being prosecuted legally, but even then he'd have to apologize and give the people a small donation. I recommend $1,000.
Give me $1,000.
Now, keep in mind, when all of these exposés on Mutahar dropped, he didn't upload for like a week. And he finally came back today with a response video to all the drama titled, "It's been a wild week," and I just gotta say, man, this was a terrible response.
Now, I use the E word over there, and I want to just start talking a little bit. I know there's been some drama, and I want to kind of address things here really quickly. So obviously, I have been calling myself a engineer, in some cases a programmer, a cybersecurity engineer, whatever you can call it. And, you know, I apparently have also been a dropout, which I don't hide. Now, obviously, me being a dropout, I don't have a degree, so I'm not a certified or licensed engineer. Now, I made a lot of videos in the past where I've taught you guys about computer safety, cybersecurity, a lot of this stuff, and I think that content stands up on its own. And I believe it actually can be used, you know, and people have learned from it, and I think that's great. Now, if you feel offended, if you feel wronged that I called myself an engineer while not being a degree-holding engineer, then for that I do apologize. And I will denigrate myself to, you know, I guess programmer or a fat Indian guy that knows a bit about computers. That's what I'll leave it at. And that's pretty much all I have to say. Now again, if you want to stick around, awesome. If you still feel wronged and this does not suffice for you, then I don't really give a fuck.
Wow, so this clown just dropped a 32-minute long video just so he could address the drama in only 2 minutes and end his quote-unquote apology with, "Well, if you don't like my apology, I don't give a fuck."
I don't really give a fuck.
And what's wild is I actually saw some of Mutahar's dick riders in the comments saying shit like, "Not gonna lie, I don't give a fuck is based as fuck." Like, damn, dude, you gonna let him spit in your face while you're at it? Honestly, I'm not really surprised that Mutahar didn't take accountability here because just look at the way that he handled the Nux Taku situation. Now, I know a lot of you guys clicked on this video expecting to see my opinion on Harmful Opinion's video about Mutahar titled Mutahar's Gay Cheating Scandal. But other than providing a bunch of receipts of Mutahar being sus, he basically got a lot of this information wrong. I'm not gonna break Harmful's balls too bad though, because as soon as he realized that he misreported, he immediately went to his comment section and provided clarification, and on top of that, he released an entire video acknowledging that he messed up, he spread some misinformation, and you know, he did the right thing. He did exactly what he was supposed to. And with that being said, I do want you guys to hear these sussy Mutahar confessions.
At the time I was in a relationship with another woman, right? And unfortunately, what happened was me and my best friend Ryan, all right, we're talking best friend, I've known Ryan for years. We were so wasted that at some point in the night, me and Ryan started fucking making out for the hell of it. Like, we're talking tongue in mouth, we made out, we got real gay with each other for like 10 seconds. I was told the entire hour back when I was driving, she was so pissed at me last night. She was like, you cheated on me with your friend. And then she laughed at me.
I'll suck his dick after, I'll let you know.
Huh. I think I fucked right. You know what I mean?
No, Mutahar, I don't think I actually do know what you mean. Now, clearly I'm just giving Mutahar a hard time, but here's a hot take. I could give a fuck less if Mutahar is gay, straight, lesbian, bisexual, trisexual. This fool's sexuality ain't got nothing to do with me, but I do find it strange that Mutahar is a Muslim and... well, but seriously, Mutahar's sexual preference has nothing to do with all of my intellectual references to this engineered title facade that he's been putting on for a long time. I'm not saying that Mutahar didn't have a few college classes that aided him in an engineer's journey. I'm not saying he didn't have a few jobs that helped his skill in the engineering field. But I do feel like subconsciously this entire time Mutahar knew this day would come, and that's why when these expose videos came out, he took a week off. That's why he blacklisted the words in his comments like engineer and exposed and probably a litany of other words. And that's why that weak-ass apology was hidden in a 32-minute long video, because just like the Nux Taku situation, Mutahar does not want to take accountability. He wants to sweep everything up under the rug and continue to try to be this good guy. Like, bro, just be honest. We all get caught in bullshit. We all make an ass out of ourselves at some point. And if you can act commendable in those times and not tell everybody that doesn't like your little shitty apology, I don't give a fuck.
I don't really give a fuck.
Then you'd probably be able to salvage a lot more respect, and we can tell you have this affinity for respect and internet brownie points because you lied about this engineer shit for so fucking long, man. Anyways, this video is way too long. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notifications. Make sure you like the video, comment, make sure you share the video, make sure you fuck the video, and play my music.
I think I fucked right. You know what I mean?
What we do here is go back.